Who chooses the top anime programs of all time? Me? You? Or perhaps it comes down to individual preference. When creating a list like this, there are several things to take into account. For instance, if the best anime series merits a specific spot at the top or whether to prioritize quality over fan favorites. Many anime enthusiasts may have inadvertently begun with shows like Dragon Ball Z. The 1990s saw a huge surge in popularity for the show. However, many of those viewers might not have developed into devoted followers of the genre over time. This, too, was almost my story. I didn't return to anime until more than 10 years had passed due to a variety of factors. I swiftly transformed from a casual viewer to an obsessive enthusiast of the anime genre. Each of the chosen series is one to which I have a special connection. Each of them drew me in for different reasons, but what really makes them stand out to me are the many artistic approaches, voice acting, musical compositions, challenging themes, and the thought-provoking nature of many of them. I could and have seen each of these episodes more than once, and each time I did, I was able to appreciate them much more. Enough of the talk about me, let's dive into my list of the top 10 best anime series of all time. 10. ReZero - Starting Life in Another World. ReZero starts out quite straight but gradually develops into a show focused on time loops, character growth, and distinctive villains. The journey isn't linear. Once reset, time loops don't always take the expected course. Subaru, the main character, is thrust into the world of Isekai, where his adventures begin following a chance meeting with Emilia, the heroine. It has a lot of comic undertones because Subaru, an anime enthusiast, tries to foresee everything that will happen to him at first using what he has learned from watching anime. But for him, things don't work out this way. 9. Death Note. The series centers on Light Yagami, a brilliant high school student, who finds a notebook that can kill individuals when their names are written in it. The manga of the same name that ran from 2003 to 2006 served as the basis for the movie Death Note. The show's mystery and horror-related elements play a big part in its popularity. Both Japanese and international audiences like it. Less than 40 episodes make up the very brief tale, which keeps it focused and to the purpose without veering off too much as is common with longer series. 8. Naruto. The anime series Naruto aired from 2002 to 2007, while Naruto Shippuden lasted from 2007 to 2017. The series is based on Masashi Kishimoto's 1999 Weekly Shonen Jump manga. The anime is set in the made-up anime universe of Shinobi, where Naruto trains under the guidance of his friends and other masters to become a master ninja. The ninja techniques used in battles are derived from chakra energy. The show is an engaging experience for all ages, dealing with themes including strong relationships with friends and family, treachery, and overcoming challenging circumstances. The series is simple to follow, particularly for new viewers, and it is highly considered by many fans as a top anime, deserving of its place on all top 10 lists and, for many, even at the top. Naruto probably has one of the biggest anime fan bases across the genre. 7. Rurouni Kenshin – Wandering Samurai. In the anime Rurouni Kenshin, a wandering swordsman tries to leave his troubled past in the past. It takes place during the Meiji era in Japan and provides an insight into daily life at the time. He decides to assist a struggling martial arts school after finding it by accident, trying to live a simple life, but it is anything but. The series covers a wide range of subjects, but its overall message is one of humility and giving to those who are less fortunate or in need. The series features a number of thrilling adventures full of exciting action and a fantastic anime aesthetic. It's just a fantastic story all around. Definitely deserving of a spot on everyone's list of the top 10 anime series of all time. 6. Steins Gate. Across many rating platforms, Steins Gate is among the top 10 highest-rated anime series of all time. It deserves to be on my list for more reasons than just this, though. In both TV and film, its sci-fi and time travel themes rank among the best. Many fans travel to the location where the show is held, Akihabara in Tokyo. University student Rintaro Okabe discovers time travel and, along with his fellow employees at Future Gadget Laboratory, must attempt to thwart the plans of an evil corporation. Many plot twists and unexpected scenes will keep you watching episode after episode. 5. Ghost in the Shell. Major Motoko Kusanagi, also known as Major, and her team of police officers work as part of Public Security Section 9 to combat high crime in Japan in the not-too-distant future. Ghost in the Shell is set in 2030, a time when science and technology have advanced to the point where people can now become cyborgs with a variety of abilities to aid in the advancement of humanity. However, Japanese crime gangs have begun to take advantage of these. Thanks to Mamoru Oshii's concepts and artistic vision, Ghost in the Shell has served as an inspiration for a generation of other anime, TV shows, and films. It may not have received as much praise for its live-action film, but it is still one of the greatest anime series ever. 4. Fullmetal Alchemist. The anime series is divided into two parts, Fullmetal Alchemist and Fullmetal Alchemist, Brotherhood. The series is based on a manga series, which both programs initially follow very closely. The former, on the other hand, ended before the manga series had finished, much like Game of Thrones. Fullmetal Alchemist, Brotherhood is based on the full manga series. When an effort to resurrect their deceased mother through alchemy goes tragically wrong, the two brothers suffer greatly. Edward, the older brother, loses an arm, while Alphonse, the younger brother, loses his entire body and transforms into metal armor to rescue himself from death. Resurrecting the dead is a great taboo in the realm of alchemy, with terrible implications, as the outcomes demonstrate. In an attempt to redeem their wrongs, they set off in pursuit of the Philosopher's Stone. But this is only the beginning of the duo's wild adventure. As they leave their small hometown, they are thrust into a much larger world, where they must overcome numerous challenges while preventing an evil group from obtaining the Philosopher's Stone to achieve their goals. 3. Samurai Champloo. Fu, a teenage waitress working in a tea house, saves two master swordsmen, Mugen and Jin, who have been arrested by Japanese police after their battle accidentally kills the son of the local magistrate. The son was harassing Fu at the time, and as a result of her assistance, she saves the duo. She invites the two to accompany her across Japan in search of the samurai who smells like sunflowers, and thus the adventure begins. The show is set in Edo-era Japan. What's great about this is that Samurai Champloo makes an effort to be historically accurate with the time period, not only in the lifestyles, but also in the events that occur, in which the characters are only inadvertently involved. It's a light-hearted anime series that's both funny and over the top at times. However, its art style and comedic elements make it a good choice for first-time anime viewers. The hip-hop music themes are also relatable, bringing a distinct style to accompany the series' epic sword battles. 2. Darker Than Black. A mysterious anomaly known as Heaven's Gate appeared over the majority of South America a decade ago. Soon after, another of these, known as Hell's Gate, appeared in Tokyo, altering the sky and wreaking havoc on the surrounding area. As a result, the stars in the sky vanished and were replaced by fake stars. Each of these fictitious stars is linked to people with special abilities known as contractors. Various governments have identified and trained these contractors to act as spies and assassins. However, whenever they use their abilities, they must pay the price, which can take the form of binging, self-harm, or changing their bodies, among other things. The powers come at the expense of their humanity, murdering through objectives and rationale, suppressing any emotional and other human impediments to their goals. Darker Than Black is one of my all-time favorite anime series. Many people rate it highly, but it doesn't appear on many lists. I adore the show, and it takes at least 2 series to fully appreciate all of the details and meaning derived from it. It may be a short series, but it is not an easy watch, especially for new anime fans. Despite the contractor's lack of humanity, Hei, the main character, is a slight counterexample, battling other contractors through a group known as the Syndicate. 1. Attack on Titan. The only ongoing series on this list is Attack on Titan. The show is based on a manga that was published in 2009, with the first episode airing in 2013. The story begins on Parody Island, where the inhabitants have constructed massive walls to protect themselves from attacks by mindless titans. Things quickly deteriorate when 2 titans breach the walls, igniting a war that will last nearly 13 years from the start of the series. Eren Yeager and Mikasa Ackerman join the Survey Corps in their quest for vengeance against the titans who destroyed their home and ate Eren's mother. But beyond the walls of what begins as a simple battle against titans, there is much to discover. They thought they were the last humans, but there's more to discover further across the oceans. There is a lot to unpack even outside of the show. There's a rich lore that has the potential to be explored beyond the show's episodes, as well as a slew of unanswered questions. The plot twists are insane, with shocking revelations at almost every turn. The voice actors do an excellent job in both the Japanese and English dubs, creating an emotional connection that keeps me coming back for more. There's a lot more to understand after watching the series a second time. You realize that every action has an impact on the war's history, dating back many generations before Eren and Mikasa are involved. Even though the show is coming to an end, there is still a lot of lore to unpack, so fans can only hope for a prequel series to keep them coming back for more. But wait! There's more! How can we forget these shows? Here are some honorable mentions. 1. Erased. Satoru, 29, is sent back in time 18 years to try to prevent his mother's death in his teens, a story that began with a series of kidnappings when he was in 5th grade. The show is a slow grind, but it is well worth it. The The premise may not be true, but Satoru's struggles and emotions are very real, dealing with themes about society and real-world struggles. 2. One Punch Man. In comparison to the other series on the list, One Punch Man is a relatively new series. Despite the fact that only 2 seasons have been released, separated by 4 years, fans are still left wanting more. The series revolves around Saitama, a seemingly oblivious hero who does it just for fun. He can defeat his opponents with a single punch, as the title suggests. 3. Dragon Ball Z. A young warrior named Goku, along with his friends, are tasked with defending their planet from extraterrestrial attacks. But things aren't as simple as they appear on paper, with Goku discovering that he, too, is from another planet and a slew of twists throughout the show's 90s run. Most kids growing up in the 1990s would have seen or heard of Dragon Ball Z. That's all there is to it. That concludes my ranking of the top 10 best anime series of all time. I'm sure at least 5 of these shows would be on many lists, with many of them being challenged. This concludes my top 10 list for the best anime ever. If you liked the video, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel. It would mean the world to me.